Hi, my name is Matt Foster, and in this YFC Salesforce training video, we're going to be walking through the EventBrite integration and the EventBrite use for chapters. So we've got Grant Harden from a local chapter that is using EventBrite, and we're going to talk about his use case in using EventBrite. So I do have the Salesforce page here, but I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm going to let Grant share his screen, and we'll ask him a few questions as the way they use EventBrite. So first question, Grant, is why'd you guys choose EventBrite, or what's made you continue to use it, and the reason why?
Well, we started using EventBrite several years ago, and it came with the recommendation of a few other nonprofits in our area, and we gave it a try. It was very simple, very easy to use, and as you can see, we've had a few events that we've been using it for. It's been very helpful for us to track who is attending, when they registered, and communications with them about that event. And I'd like to just take a few minutes here and show you a couple of these events that we've had.
Perfect.
The first one here, this one is our Lakeshore Stories event that took place this past October. And this is the page that people will see when they come to register. They'll have here a brief description of what the event is, and there'll also be a date and time. They can simply add that to their calendar, especially to their Google Calendar. And then also the location of the event. Right here you can see that we have synced this to Facebook and I believe also Twitter, and people can see who their friends are, if they have any friends that are attending, which has also helped increase our numbers because we feel like people feel more connection to the event when they know that someone's already going to be there, and they can also share that with their friends. This section here is pulled for every single event from our profile. We don't have to fill anything in. It's done for us. It links everything to our website, gives a brief overview who we are, and then down here in this section you can see that it puts a map up for where our event will be taking place, which makes things very easy for people to find out where it's at.
That's great. So this this page, you guys didn't have to like hire a web designer or anything, right? This is part of the box.
Yeah, this is part of their base box. It's very simple to do. You just simply upload your information, your pictures, your details, and it fills in the rest, and you're good to go.
Cool. And obviously this one's closed, but it would say like register now when you fill out
your
information.
Yeah. This event has passed, but it would have a register now, and then it would give them the fields. When you create the event, this is what the page looks like when you're creating your event. So you can just fill in your event title, the location. It'll pull it up on Google Maps automatically. You just set your start time, your end time, put your image in, brief description, the organizer name for our organization. My name is the default, but if somebody else is hosting it, say a campus life director, you can put their name in there, and then it'll automatically fill in this organization description. Down here is where you'll create your tickets, and you can select which type of ticket that you want. You have a free ticket, paid ticket, a donation. We typically will use a free ticket and fill in all the information, the available quantity, a description of this ticket, because they will be able to print off the details and bring that with them. And a lot of times we just type in here, you don't need a ticket. So very, very simple. Start date, end date. Typically what we will do for our events is we will end the ticket sales for our banquets about a week prior so that we can turn in numbers to catering. But even once the event's gone live, you can still change that if you need to. And down here you can select if you want people to fill in names for each ticket, or if they can just set, I need 5 tickets for my family. We will typically have them fill in each name for each ticket, so that way we can print name tags directly from EventBrite, which will make the event a whole lot easier.
Very cool. Very cool. Thanks, Grant. That seems really easy.
It's very simple.
And for EventBrite, what do you guys pay, and what does the service cost?
What we have been using it for has been completely free. To track free tickets, there is absolutely no cost. But down here where I showed you, you can buy a ticket through EventBrite. They just take a fee out of each ticket. And it's very, very simple. We have not used that feature yet. We may in the future, but to date we have not.
Okay, cool. So it's free if you use free tickets. If you want to do paid tickets or take donations, there's like a transaction fee, or
yeah, there is a transaction fee.
Okay, perfect. So That's quite a few features for a free system. That's awesome. Thanks for
Sure.
showing an example. As far as notifications, when someone registers, they get an email. How does the notification system work?
Yeah, so as soon as they are done with the registration process, they will get an email in their inbox giving them all the details about the event and what they have registered for.
Perfect.
And then what we will do is several days before the event, through EventBrite, we will also email all of the attendees final details, where to go, what doors to enter at the facility, if there's weather information about our event, include all of that, and that can be done straight through EventBrite.
That's great. That's great. Cool. Any other kind of things in the future that you guys would be thinking about using for EventBrite?
Yeah, I think one of the main things that we're going to try to maximize for our next events will be the online invitations options through EventBrite. You can do more tracking and you can see what people's response are to those. And it will even sync with MailChimp, which has been very helpful. So you can pull the details in MailChimp from EventBrite and you can send your emails that way. And it's been very helpful.
Very cool. Very cool. That's awesome. So thanks for sharing, Grant. I'm going to take the screen back here and I'm going to show a little bit of the Salesforce side. Like I said, as part of the Salesforce HOA, we try to vet out apps, and the really nice part about EventBrite, it's completely free if you do that free ticket option. If you want to do paid tickets, it's going to be a little fee there. But the EventBrite setup is pretty straightforward and easy to do. We do have a video, a secondary video to this video if you want to know more about that mapping. But I wanted to show you, for Grant's example, when someone registers, what it does for that event, it creates a campaign in Salesforce with an EventBrite ID. And then it'll also show you when someone registers again, it'll either create their record or look up an existing one in Salesforce, as well as add them as a campaign member for whatever status you have in EventBrite. So their mapping tool is really dynamic. It's pretty nice to do. So again, that's creating that customer 360 view with your database, so you can know who's come to your events. You can run reports on that. You can run mailings on that. You can do a lot of different things after it comes in your database. And as well as if you do paid events, let's say you go to an EventBrite event and you swipe your credit card and you came to that event. If you have this integration turned on, it'll actually create a donation record right on that person's account in Salesforce. And if you have automatic emails going through, that person could literally register, get everything set up, get entered in Salesforce, and get an email receipt probably before they even leave that event. So very robust integration. Again, Grant, thank you. Do you have anything else you'd like to add to?
Yeah, I would just want to put it out there. If anyone has any more questions about how we have been using EventBrite, I would love to offer any help that I can give. Feel free to give me a call.
Perfect. Well, thanks so much, Grant. Again, if you're interested and you have EventBrite and you're part of Salesforce YFC USA HOA group, this is something that we want to help you with and get set up. So thanks again, Grant, and appreciate your time.
Thank you.